Welcome back to another drawing tutorial, and today I want to talk about drawing a foreshortened human figure. I'm going digital with this one today because my daughter misplaced my camera mount. But let's start with something simple. Can you draw a cylinder? Let's assume it's a yes. So now let's try drawing one from a higher vantage point, meaning we can see more of the top and inside of the cylinder and less of the outside as it tapers down and away from us. This in effect is already foreshortening, and let's go ahead and add that to what it's going to be called our shape library. Now, to practice this, let's try drawing a telescope, which is going to be a series of 3 interlocking or nesting cylinders, very similar to the first one that we drew. If you can draw a telescope in this way, I think you can draw a foreshortened figure. Now let's take a look at the rest of that shape library. Just some very basic organic sorts of shapes: circle, oval, a little bit of both, and a couple of triangles for some feet. So much like we did in nesting 3 cylinders to create a foreshortened telescope, we're nesting these organic shapes into the form of a figure. Now to do one a little bit more realistically here. I'm starting with that circle. I've added some things to give them a bit of a jawline, but you can see I'm using those same kinds of ovals and circles throughout. And then I'm bringing back in the cylinders, in this case for the arms, with some placeholder shapes for the hands. As you're working, don't be afraid to draw through each of your shapes, but be aware of where they overlap and where one shape is going to obscure your view of another. And always think back to that telescope if you start to get lost, how one shape kind of masks or hides the shape beneath it, and so on, going further and further down and further away from you into space. A lot of beginning drawing students find foreshortening to be a bit frightening and daunting. Something else that can help is laying in a ground plane, as you see me doing here, sort of a perspective grid, so I have a definite floor to my paper. But these are some tips and tricks to try in your foreshortening drawings. If you liked what you saw here, please like and subscribe. I'm going to be back again soon with some more tutorial content for your enjoyment.